Sarah Winchester was the widow of William Winchester, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. After losing her husband and infant daughter, Sarah Winchester felt as if she was being haunted by spirits who had fallen victim to the Winchester rifles. Legend has it that Sarah visited a psychic medium who told her to leave Connecticut and head west to California and build a home for the spirits and never stop, or else she will be haunted by them the rest of her life. This is the mirror that I've seen two of me. Yeah.
There is a second mirror right here.
A few friends and I were given a rare opportunity to spend the night and explore this massive mansion, said to be built and haunted by the spirits that died from the Winchester rifles.
And then this door, and then you can see a safe. And then inside the safe is another safe. And it said that when these were opened, that the only thing they found in there were 2 locks of hair from her husband and her infant daughter.
I've heard this story.
And their obituaries.
This is it right here.
This is it.
Wow.
And sometimes this door will open and close on its own. And the middle door will. She was a very petite woman.
She was very short too, right?
Yeah, 4'10". Yeah. She was very frail. She had rheumatoid arthritis. Very strong of mind and very vigorous. In that regard, very vigorous. People could not take advantage of her, not easily. Where do you want to go?
Wherever you would recommend.
That's it. Do you want to go to that switchback staircase?
Yeah, that's your favorite place. You said that's the creepiest place.
Yeah, that's the place I like the least.
Okay.
There was, now recently in the morning, I was opening. Well, the house had been open, but I was finishing, just starting on some things. I was the only one in there, and I tripped twice on the stair.
Oh, gosh.
And I swore loudly, and I started hearing small footsteps following me.
Oh, no.
So I apologize.
We got Susan here. Big shout out to her for showing us around. If we didn't have her here, I mean, Joey has been here, but how...
Yeah, I heard that too.
You heard that? How easy is it to get lost in the Winchester house?
If you don't know your way around, it's pretty easy. But if you're with somebody who knows their way, you'll be good.
Like Susan?
Yes.
I mean, it's just never-ending hallways and stairs and...
And here's the staircase to the ceiling. This was in the Winchester movie.
Okay.
This is, if you saw the movie...
I did see the movie.
Remember when they saw the little kid with the burlap bag on his head?
That was here?
This is on this staircase.
I took a picture up there last time.
Did you?
You can go up if you want.
Oh, can I?
Of course.
It's the staircase that leads to nothing.
Yeah.
Now, in the Winchester house, I don't know, there's some speculations on it, but it was mainly used to confuse the ghosts.
That's one of the stories.
That's one of the stories. My belief is because Sarah Winchester, every night at midnight, would communicate with ghosts or whatever she was communicating with, and they would give her plans on how to build the house the very next day. And this was one of the plans right here. And I'm not sure. Wait, that's a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was, wow. But yeah, some people say that this would confuse the ghosts or maybe give them exercises, or I don't know. What's your take on it?
I feel this is something that helped her cope with her grief. And it's something that gave her solace.
Uh-huh.
I think because she was very good to the people that
she paid them very well.
She paid them well. She treated them well. She left them money in her will.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was very good with them. And that's more who we think is still here. Some of the workers, some they haven't left. They were very loyal to her.
That's how tall she was.
Oh, this is how tall she was.
How tall she was.
Okay. Well,
and that's a picture of her. The only known picture of her on the estate, and it's sleeping just outside these doors.
Okay, we're going to hear a lot of creaks and cracks, right? And there is Sarah right there. And oh, yeah, she was rather short.
This is going to scare you right now.
Oh, this is the staircase that you don't like.
Scare you, bro. I hate this.
It's not my favorite.
Can I go in the middle, please?
Okay.
I can't get in that room.
Oh, wait a minute. This was in the movie too.
It's very claustrophobic.
Isn't this where she's getting shot at?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
If you didn't know, there was a story, well, a movie that was filmed here, and it was released last year, right?
Yes.
How weird. Okay. And there's a scene where she's getting shot at by one of the soldiers, or who was it that she was getting shot at by?
Her grandson.
It was her grandson. Okay, is that a true story?
No, her nephew. It was her nephew, and he didn't exist.
So, fun fact is, because I thought, I've never been here. I mean, I know a lot of the history here, but I've never been here, so I mean, it's a rather large place. I thought that the entire movie was filmed here. I confirmed this with Susan. It was not. 3 days they filmed here, and the rest was filmed in Australia, right?
Yes.
What? Oh, what was that? Bro, what was that?
What did you say?
What was that?
That's the second time I heard that.
This is where I heard the banging on the walls, right here.
Someone's
I heard
banging.
that too. Let's see.
What is that?
I don't know. I heard like somebody's voice though.
What did you hear? That's me. Oh, I heard it again.
What is
Oh,
that?
this is
It almost
very,
sounds like a dog bark.
It almost got
it's very active. Hey, don't wait for me. No, I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Okay, I haven't been this scared in a hot minute. I ain't gonna lie. I know you guys think I'm a big scaredy cat, but I've been to a lot of scary places, okay? And it takes a lot to scare me. I mean, I might like show some emotion, so I'm a very emotional guy.
Remember when I told you I heard the banging on the wall, and that the rest of the time I was closing the house up, my stomach was just in balls, in knots.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh, the light went
Wow.
on.
The light turned off.
Oh, is it on a sensor?
It is on a sensor. That one is always on a sensor. But this is an area we have somebody in this area that we sometimes call Bradley, because we call that the Bradley bedroom. I know his name. But he's a little bit of a brat.
Bradley?
Brat. Yes, Bradley.
Whoa.
Noises.
What is that?
Do you want to go through here? I was
Sure.
going to take you through the bathroom, but we can go through here as
Does
well.
it have a real toilet?
No, it has a shower.
Oh, that's the one shower in here, right?
Do you want to see it?
Sure. How many bathrooms are in this?
13.
There's 13 bathrooms, one shower in the entire house.
A few bathtubs, but one shower.
Oh, wow, it's super claustrophobic. Oh, I would have already been lost.
So this is the shower, and this is a needle shower.
Oh, cool.
And if you look at the U-shaped tubes, they have little holes drilled in them, and they'll wet you from the front and back, from the neck and shoulders down.
Okay.
As long as you're 4 feet 10 inches tall. It is a custom.
It was custom made for Sarah.
And there was no shower head because they had elaborate hairstyles. They didn't want to get wet. And so...
I know quite a few ladies that still might like that.
Yes, yes. Well, it would be much more comfortable for her, easier to get in and out.
Okay.
This is the bathroom.
Wow, look, there's still even like some plumbing. So there was probably a vanity there, huh?
A thermostat.
Wow.
She lives in the future, literally.
She did. She loved new technology.
Now, do you believe that it was $5 million that was spent 100 years ago on building this place?
I think there's some debate on that. I know there's stories that she spent $5 million.
$5 million is a lot of money.
It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And she could have easily spent about that much on the house. She did spend a lot.
I'm just going to do the research after I edit this video and put it right here.
One of the stories does say that's how much she spent. But we know, like, the ballroom cost $9,000 and an average price of a home was $3,000.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So...
What do you think she originally paid for this house when it was an 8-bedroom house?
Yo, what was that?
That's where we're going next.
What was that?
What was that?
It sounded like someone walking or something. I heard it from in here.
The house makes a lot of strange noises.
Now, you've heard footsteps in here, haven't you?
Yes, I have. That's where we're going next, is over there. I was just going to take you by the bell tower.
Oh, yeah. I want to go there. I mean, this is how this place is. There's tons of different rooms. And like Susan said, she feels that Sarah was adding on to this house because of her grief. She had all this money, and this is proof that you can have all the money in the world and you're still not going to be happy. And I mean, who's going to be happy after losing their husband? You know, back then marriages were forever. I feel like they should be like that. They were forever. She lost her daughter. How old was her daughter when she died?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. She was a baby girl, and it was not too long after her husband died, right?
Well, Annie died in 1866. May of 1880, her mother passed away, and then in December of 1880, her father-in-law, who she and William lived with, died. And then in March of 1881, William succumbed to tuberculosis. So in a 10-month span, she lost 3 people very dear to her.
Oh, wow.
So if she had turned to spiritualism, it certainly would not have been out of the ordinary. One rope is dangling over here. This is the bell tower. So it said that the bell was rung at midnight and 2 a.m. to summon the spirits and then release them.
Oh, this one, okay. I don't know why, but I envisioned a small bell. It was a bell.
Big bell. I had the privilege of ringing it on her death day last year.
Whoa. It's moving. Look at it.
Yeah, it is.
Look, Joey.
Yeah.
Come look. The rope is actually moving.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Wow, it's swinging left and right.
It wasn't a second ago. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong.
It was still.
It's right when you started talking about ringing the bell. This is Sarah's room right here.
And this is the room in which she died on September 5th, 1922.
Do you guys come in here on those days, like the the anniversaries?
Well, the tours come in here. This is on the tour route. And so, yeah, they're in and out of here all day. But I can tell you, almost every person that works here that closes up the house or opens it in the morning either says good morning, Sarah, or good night, Sarah, whenever we close the house.
What should we say now?
On the good side.
We should ask if Sarah's here.
You could. This is also where I heard the stomps overhead when we were the only ones in the house. And we heard 5 stomps. There were 3 of us. We all heard it.
Hey, Sarah, if you're here tonight, look, I brought my spirit box. I'm not even going to break it out because you could be here. Could be somebody else. Why don't you do something? What was that?
Do you guys hear that?
Are you here, Sarah? Susan and I were just talking right now. We're just talking about some history and stuff. And
to the point where I just smacked
you need to stay next to us. We heard a little thump, and then he started freaking out. You said you were grabbed?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I was on tour, and I was standing there, and I started feeling somebody pushing me, like I was stepping on somebody's foot. And then I started feeling my skirt being tugged, and it felt like a little kid going, "Mom, Mom, Mom." And I'm just talking to my tour, trying not to give in to what I felt going on. And the moment I walked on, I didn't feel it again, but I have definitely felt that.
I feel really bad for Joey. He's like turned 3 shades of white.
Yeah,
I mean,
I swear, it was creepy. I'm like, let me get 3 seconds alone.
Let me go alone.
Go alone.
Lucky for me, I ain't got no hair to pull. Susan was telling me about a hallway where many women have reported getting their hair pulled, especially ponytails. Just a minute ago, my friend Joey looked like he was going to be sick, telling me something had pushed him in this hallway. This is where you were at?
Were you a little further down?
I was a lot further, go a lot further.
Okay. What is that noise? I'm scared. So, who pushed my friend? You want to push me too? Okay. Alright, where are you guys at? Something just hissed at me.
Really? I can show you one thing that is natural to the house that makes weird sounds.
Okay.
So come in here to the bedroom. You want to close that door?
I want to go this way. I don't know, it's quite compelling, but we can...
We'll go that way.
Okay.
But come in, close that door, and I will be right back.
The reason why I turned around is because I have a full bladder. Why'd she leave us?
Why did you leave us?
I feel like I need her. Wait. Oh wait a minute, these are the communication pipes, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a call tube.
Yeah.
The rooms are interconnected by call tubes.
Yeah, I've read up on this.
I'm heading back up.
Okay. That's so cool. That scared the crap out of us.
This place is...
I don't know why, but like, I have a sick sense of humor as to what I would do with this. You know what I'm getting at. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here, I'll do a demo. Okay, you totally...
But that's a natural thing. I mean, some of the things in the house, the stomping and the thumps and the being touched, never. But sometimes you can hear things, and it might be that.
Something,
some of the cold tubes do still work.
But something hissed at me. I don't know.
That's pretty strange.
I don't know where you got touched.
Oh, I got touched right here.
Right here?
Yeah, I dropped everything, I ran.
I heard you. So this is where I was standing, and I asked whatever spirit touched him to push me, and then after that I heard a hiss.
If you want to come in, but if you want to wait, you can come back.
So I'm going to give you a sneak preview of the seance room. Sarah Winchester spent a lot of time in here communicating with spirits. And this is where the magic happened as far as having plans to build this masterpiece here. This is where she got her ideas. This is where she talked to the spirits. And like I showed you earlier, there was a bell that was rung, and that was to call the spirits in. And after that, they would ring the bell to make sure the spirits leave. But I don't know, did they leave?
And I'm sitting about right here. And the psychic, I can't remember who it was. She was fairly well known, but I can't remember it right now. She told the whole group, if you see anything, hear anything, feel anything, let me know. I'll tell you what's going on. And I started feeling like I was tumbling in space. I was sitting cross-legged on the floor, and I just complete vertigo. I felt like I was rolling.
Like you were spinning?
Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm rolling right now. And she said, oh, you have an Indian standing on you. And
what?
I thought, okay, I don't know what to do with that. And she said, just ask him to step back.
Oh,
and I thought, oh, I'm not quite sure how to do that. But then it stopped. So that was pretty strange.
She's got some great stories. In fact, in a second, she's going to take us to the location where she got tugged. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see if we can get tugged or pushed.
Have you seen this?
What?
This drops you down to...
Oh, I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it. I'm going to show more of this room and spend a lot more time. Like I said, I'm going to do a dedicated video in here. And in that video, I'm going to show you what we captured on my recording device. See, it's picking up radio waves, or not radio waves, waveforms. That's what it's called, waveforms. So on my editing software, it picks up, you know, waveforms, and I'll get to see if we caught anything on here. Seemed like a little flash of light kind of behind you. I don't know. Did you have a light on right now?
No, that's right. Everything's off.
How many stairways are there?
40 staircases.
40 staircases. That includes the one that goes to nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. All right.
It's so much cooler up here.
It is, which is unusual. It's usually cooler on the first floor.
It's really cold up here.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to take you the back way over there.
Sure. She's got a lot of keys there. Thank you again for giving us a tour.
Oh, I'm happy to. Yeah. Let's see if I can get my key out.
I am extremely thankful because not a lot of people get this privilege. So, big shout out to Susan and Jake and my boy here, Joey Official. Yes, sir.
So do watch your step coming up here. This might have been what I kicked over earlier. It's making weird noises.
What is that?
Last time we were up here, there were bats.
Were there?
There were bats up here.
Sometimes, yeah.
This is the third floor?
Nope, this is still the second.
Oh, we're still on the second.
Mm-hmm. Third floor is right up there.
Okay.
But this is the second, but I'm going to take you to where I was touched. Just like this.
Oh, this is really strange.
Yeah, this is a room we don't really have no idea what it was for.
Right. This was her ideas she was getting in the seance room.
Yeah, it kind of looks almost like a connection because you can see this used to be an outside wall.
Uh-huh.
And then the backside of the most expensive windows right there.
Those windows are beautiful.
Yeah, they really are. And then it connected over to the North Conservatory that we just came through.
Okay.
But if you come down here... That'll be making noises because it does that. So I had a tour and I was standing right here when I felt somebody pushing me. And it was that, if you've ever stepped on somebody's foot and they're very politely trying to ask you to move or to, you know, get your attention by just pushing you, that's how it felt. And then I started feeling my skirt being tugged.
Oh, wow.
And it just felt like a little kid. And I'm just trying to talk to my group and not freak out.
Not freak out. Not freak them out.
Exactly. And there was another time I was walking down a hall over there. I was the only one in the house. I was closing the house. And I scratched. And I heard a girl start laughing. And I thought somebody was still in the house. And I looked around to see if I could find her. Nobody was in there. I looked even out the windows in case it was somebody in the gardens because we were closing, but the gardens were still open. Nobody out there.
Oh,
nobody
boy.
in sight.
What would you say the most frightening encounter here at the Winchester House was for you?
For me, it was a little alarming that night, hearing the stomps over her head in her bedroom. But probably the scariest was that switchback staircase. For some reason, it's just kind of an ominous feeling in there. And it could be just because the way it winds around, it's very narrow, it's very low. But generally, I don't feel creepy in the house. The house, to me, is just, there's a playfulness. I've had a lot of things, but they don't tend to scare me. The basement scares me the least. And that's sometimes where a lot of people really get freaked out. But I think because I'm respectful to the house and I love the house and her, I'm always trying to be respectful to her story. So I don't think I've ever gained anyone's ire. And
You heard that one, right?
Yeah.
That was actually footsteps.
Wow.
I heard that. It sounded like a little girl.
Wait.
Here's a little wine.
Yeah. What is that? What's over there?
That leads into the Daisy bedroom.
The whose bedroom?
The Daisy bedroom.
The Daisy bedroom.
It said that was the room she was trapped in during the 1906 earthquake.
What is that? Oh, is this the Winchester House before the earthquake?
Yes.
So this originally was 7 stories, and after the earthquake, Sarah was like, you know what? In case there's any other earthquakes, we're going to start building this way instead of this way.
Here's the picture after the earthquake.
Oh, wow.
And you can see where the sandstone chimney collapsed, and then this is the tower, and it started to come down, and you can see how it's dangerously tilting.
When I pulled in here for the very first time, it's not what I envisioned. I thought this was kind of like in the cut. It had its own plot of land, and there was several acres around it, kind of like the movie that you see. I didn't quite picture it being like right off of a very busy street. I mean, you could see out there, it's all city.
This is very valuable land.
It's very busy out there. I mean, there's traffic. That's Winchester
Boulevard?
Winchester Boulevard. Yeah, they actually named it off. I mean, it's like they built around this piece of property here. So this was her original master bedroom, and this is the front of the house, right? Yeah, this home, in case I didn't mention already, it started out as an 8-bedroom house, and they started building onto it during the San Francisco earthquake. Is this the original door that they broke her out of? Like, oh, wow! That is so cool. I mean, you can see right here.
Oh, wow.
This is where they broke her out of. Like, I mean, you have to think. When the ground is moving, I mean, in Florida we have sinkholes, and one of the main warning signs to a sinkhole is doors not being able to close correctly, windows, not being able to open, and from the ground moving, this door framed, probably adjusted and got real tight, and this door would not open up. So it makes sense that they opened or tried to pry it open with a crowbar. So that's pretty cool. It's nice that she was safe in here.
Yes. And here's
I'm coming back here during an earthquake, okay? Okay, so Susan was telling me that in this room, what's the name of this room?
South turret.
The south turret. That children have been reported, heard here. People have seen them. She's seen shadows here.
Don't point your light, but look at just the reflections coming off the window.
Oh wow! Let me turn my light off so you could see what we're talking about. That's from the stained glass. Is that original?
Yes.
Wow. That's very expensive.
Yes.
If there's any children here with us, why don't you come over here and touch that K2 meter? If there's any children here with us, won't you come say hi? We don't bite. We're very friendly.
Before you said it, dear, I thought I saw a shadow moving across the thing.
Did you? Was there a fireplace there?
There was, in fact, this picture here, this fireplace, this was right here.
Oh, okay.
And this is where we are. It's right here.
Oh, we're right up there? Mm-hmm. Check that out. So that door right there, you open it up and you're going downtown.
Mm-hmm. And they say that's the room you don't want to spend the night in if you're prone to sleepwalking.
Way to the ballroom. We have a little bit of a walk. Susan's letting me lead the way. So this is one of
this staircase.
1 million staircases.
You can go down that main staircase.
So this is the main staircase of the main house, right? Mm-hmm. The main Queen Anne. And I was just asking about these little brass plates that are there. Not only are they visually appealing, but they serve a purpose. They're used to keep dust out of the corners. How cool is that when you're sweeping? I know my fiance would really appreciate that. A challenge for you, if you're watching. And tag me on my Instagram and let me know if you could find something like that for your stairs. I have stairs at my house, and I'm thinking about buying some of those. I think it's kind of cool. So we're in the Grand Ballroom. This was one of the most expensive rooms to build, and when you look around you can see why. There's some beautiful woodwork. Susan was just showing us the little communication hole that she nearly made us poop our pants. And yeah, it's right over here. And Joey kind of mocked it and did something. I don't know what he did. Where'd he go? He's scared now. So as we're walking past it, Susan's way ahead of us. We both heard, I don't know what the heck, it sounded like a burp to me. It was like,
it was some sort of weird sound.
He was like, Mo, like just in case Mo was in there to mess with him. And then like, I don't know if it came through there, but it was like a burp. And I don't know. You said that you've heard things through here, right?
Mm-hmm. I once heard somebody like, as I'm walking down here.
Maybe that's what we heard. This house is so large. Okay, we walked in here with Mo and Jake, and we've been split up the entire time, and we have not run into them, not even one time. In fact, I don't think we've even heard them until now.
That's not them, bro.
I don't know, I kind of heard a laugh.
I heard a laugh too.
Yeah, it sounded like a man laughing. I thought it was Mo. Could be wrong though.
No.
What is that? Sound like footsteps.
I think someone's walking, or he's trying to scare us.
Is this where you heard footsteps? Turn it off.
Jesus Christ. You go ahead, not me though. I knew you guys would do something like that. Don't worry, just kidding. His light kept turning on and off in the servants' quarters. And we were in the most haunted room of this place. And I'm like, if there is anything in here, give me a sign. Any sign, my light shuts off. Like literally, he saw it. Like I ran out.
We haven't gone there yet.
And,
Okay.
And we heard the upstairs.
Oh, we heard that.
We got that on camera.
So we're right next to the ballroom. So this is probably, if she'd ever had anything happen here, this is where food and drink would have been set up. So, very convenient. People could come over to this window. It didn't have the plexiglass, obviously. And they could come here and get food and drink. So here's the kitchen.
I'm not sure if I got this on video.
You may not have. We walked through there, but you may not have gotten it.
This is the original kitchen?
Yes.
Wow, it's really big. What is that?
I don't know. I heard it too.
It was probably the base station, huh? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, this is Sarah's room. This is, I don't know whose room, and maybe the servants were called.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. One of the employees here has mapped it out, but I don't know where they all go. I would have to go look at my map.
Susan is going to show us the basement, which is a hotspot for paranormal activity. I'm going to give you a little glimpse. Like I mentioned, I'm going to do a dedicated video there, completely uncut. So, yeah, if you've seen any cuts in this video, I can't even show this entire house. There's going to be so much that you haven't seen. But that's why I encourage you to come visit the Winchester Mystery House so you can see it for yourself. Every single day they do tours here. How often do you do night tours?
Friday the 13th, and then Halloween we do, that starts about mid-September.
Okay.
And goes through Halloween. This year, I believe, a couple of days after that, since Halloween, I think, is on a weekday. I think we actually go a full week after Halloween.
Are we going this
So,
way?
yep, we are. Yes, we are going this way.
See that? She almost got lost right now. But she's been here a lot.
Yes.
Been here a lot. Have you ever been here, like, just by yourself?
Mm-hmm. Many times. Closing up the house at night or opening it in the morning. Do you want to go down first?
Oh, we're going down there?
Do you want to?
Sure.
Just watch your head.
Okay. We're going